You know the feeling. It's that slight hesitation before you speak in a meeting. The way you tailor a story to make it more palatable for your friends. It's the forced laugh at a joke that isn't funny. The polite nod to an opinion you find repulsive. It's the 1,000 tiny surrenders you make every single day. Each one feels insignificant. A small price to pay for peace, for acceptance, for belonging. But they are not insignificant. They are bricks. And with each surrender, you lay another brick in the wall of your own prison. You are building it from the inside, and you are decorating the cell with the approval of your jailers. Inside you, behind that wall, there is a glimmer. A strange idea. A wild impulse. A dissonant chord. A dangerous thought. It is the authentic, untamed, singular you. The you that doesn't fit neatly into boxes. The you that was born to be different. And you are terrified of it. You suffocate it with conformity. You drug it with distraction. You starve it with self-doubt. You have become the chief architect of your own containment. This is the most profound form of self-sabotage. A slow, methodical suicide of the soul, committed to please a world that wouldn't even notice if you were gone. What is this invisible force that demands your conformity? Why do you so willingly collaborate in your own diminishment? What if I told you that this urge to hide is not a personal failing, but the result of a powerful, ancient psychological programming? A wake-up call is long overdue. And the man holding the alarm clock is the most dangerous philosopher of the modern age, Friedrich Nietzsche. To understand why you hide, you must first understand the nature of the cage. It has no bars. It has no guards. It is a psychological cage, built with the bricks of morality itself. Nietzsche was not a philosopher in the academic sense. He was a cultural physician. He put his stethoscope to the heart of Western civilization and heard a sickness. A sickness that praises weakness and punishes strength. He gave it a name. Herd morality. Imagine, thousands of years ago, two types of people. On one hand, you have the masters, the nobles. They are strong, powerful, creative, and life-affirming. Their morality is simple. Good is what is noble, strong, and excellent. Good is what I am. Bad is what is common, weak, and pathetic. They create their own values from a position of strength. On the other hand, you have the masses, the herd. They are weaker, more numerous, and live in fear of the masters. They cannot compete on the masters' terms. So they perform what Nietzsche called a transvaluation of values, a spiritual coup d'etat. They orchestrate a brilliant, insidious reversal. They declare that the master's strength is not good, but evil. Their pride is arrogance. Their independence is selfishness. Their creativity is dangerous deviance. And what is good? The herd declares that their own qualities, the qualities of the weak, are the true virtues. To be meek, to be obedient, to be harmless, to be patient, to be part of the collective. This is what it means to be a good person. This, Nietzsche argues, is the dominant morality of our world. It is a system created by the timid to control the strong. It's a psychological virus that has infected our very concept of virtue. It is the invisible cage. You don't see the bars because you have been taught to call them goodness. The herd maintains control through a set of powerful, invisible weapons. The first weapon is guilt. Guilt is the herd's internal police officer. Every time you feel that spark of your authentic self, the desire to break away, to pursue a strange passion, to speak a difficult truth, the herd morality whispers in your ear. Who do you think you are? That's selfish. That's arrogant. A good person wouldn't do that. Guilt is the pain you feel for wanting to be different. It's the feeling that your very individuality is a sin against the collective. You are not feeling guilty because you have done something wrong. You are feeling guilty because you have threatened to become strong. The second weapon is the ideal of the harmless man. The herd's highest ideal is not greatness, it is safety. The good man of herd morality is a neutered creature. He is predictable, reliable, and above all, harmless. He doesn't rock the boat. He doesn't challenge assumptions. He doesn't create anything dangerously new. He fits in. He is useful to the system. We are taught from birth to aspire to this state of tameness. We are praised for being easygoing, a team player, down to earth. These are all code words for controllable. The herd doesn't want heroes. It wants domesticated animals. The most potent weapon of all is the fear of being selfish. This is the nuclear bomb in the herd's arsenal. The moment you prioritize your own path, your own vision, your own self-development over the demands of the group, you will be branded selfish. It is the ultimate social condemnation. But let's dissect this word, as Nietzsche would. What does it really mean? It means you are serving your own will, not the will of another. The herd labels this a vice, because a truly self-directed individual is no longer useful to them. They can no longer be milked for their energy, their time, their compliance. Your selfishness is their loss of control. They condemn it in you because they fear it in themselves. So why do you hide? You hide because you have been conditioned to believe that your difference is a moral failing. Your strength is a sin. Your uniqueness is a threat. But Nietzsche doesn't just give us a diagnosis. He gives us a way out. He gives us a vision of what we could become if we dared to break out of the cage. He calls this ideal the Übermensch, or the Overman. The Übermensch is not a tyrant or a comic book superhero. The Übermensch is the human being who has overcome the herd morality within himself. He has unlearned the sickness of guilt and shame. He doesn't look for values in the world. He creates them. He sees life, with all its pain and struggle, as a work of art, and he is the artist. His guiding principle is the will to power. Not the petty desire to dominate others, but the profound internal drive to grow, to overcome obstacles, to expand, and to express his highest potential. The Übermoverman is the one who says yes to life in its entirety. You were born with the potential to be this creator, to be an eagle, not a sheep. But the herd has taught you to fear the sky, and so you clip your own wings and pretend you are happy in the pen. The hiding is a betrayal of this higher potential. It is the great refusal of your own destiny. This isn't ancient history. The herd is not a distant tribe in the desert. It is here. Now. Its morality is the operating system of modern life. Once you have the key, you will see the cage everywhere. You will see the mechanisms of control in the most mundane corners of your existence. Let's start at the beginning. The educational machine. School is the primary factory for herd conditioning. You are not taught to think. You are taught to comply. You are taught to sit still, to raise your hand, to regurgitate the correct answers. The bell rings and you move. The curriculum is set and you follow. The system rewards not genius, but obedience. The creative child who doodles in the margins. The curious child who asks too many why questions. The rebellious child who challenges authority. They are not celebrated. They are diagnosed, medicated, labeled as having a problem. The entire system is a 15-year training program in suppressing your unique impulses. It is designed to sand down your sharp edges until you are a smooth, interchangeable cog ready to be inserted into the larger machine of the economy. The good student is the first draft of the harmless man. Now, let's follow that cog into its next destination, the corporate pen. The modern workplace is the herd's pasture. The language is all about collaboration, teamwork, and corporate culture. These are not inherently bad things, but they are often weaponized to enforce conformity. Corporate culture is simply a codified set of herd values. It dictates how you should dress, how you should speak, how you should think. The person who is rewarded is the team player, the one who doesn't dissent, who stays late without complaint, who subsumes their own identity into the brand. The true innovator, the visionary, the one who sees a fundamentally different way of doing things. They are a threat. They are not a culture fit. They are difficult. They are disruptive. And the herd expels what is disruptive. You are encouraged to be passionate, but only about hitting your KPIs. You are told to be authentic, but only if your authentic self aligns perfectly with the company's mission statement. It's a cage with a casual Friday. Let's get more personal. Let's look at modern relationships. The herd morality has poisoned our idea of love. We seek not a partner who will challenge us to grow, but one who will provide comfort and security. A mirror, not a whetstone. The primary question we ask is, do they make me feel safe? Do they fit into my life? We are terrified of being too much for someone. Women are taught to shrink their ambitions, to soften their opinions. Men are taught to suppress their vulnerability, their unmanly interests. We present a curated, edited, herd-approved version of ourselves on dating apps and on first dates. We are auditioning for the role of the harmless partner, and we wonder why our relationships feel hollow. We wonder why we feel unseen. It's because we never showed our true face to begin with. We fell in love with a representative, and we are surprised when the real person eventually, inevitably, tries to claw their way out. True love, in a Nietzschean sense, would be two eagles flying side by side, not two sheep huddling for warmth. And finally, the most perfect expression of the herd ever created, social media. Social media is the global herd, supercharged by algorithms. The algorithm is pure, distilled herd morality. It doesn't reward truth, beauty, or genius. It rewards what is popular. It rewards what is agreeable to the largest number of people. It rewards what is safe, sensational, or simple enough to be understood in 3 seconds. Here, we voluntarily build our own cages and beg for the approval of the mob. We post a picture and measure our worth in likes. We share an opinion and brace for the inevitable onslaught of the digital pitchforks. Cancel culture is the modern-day stoning, the herd's ultimate weapon for exiling anyone who deviates from the ever-shifting moral consensus. And here, we meet Nietzsche's most terrifying prophecy, the last man. The last man is the ultimate product of the herd. He is the man who has no spark left to suppress. He wants only comfort and a little pleasure for the day, and a little pleasure for the night. He takes no risks. He has no great loves, no great aspirations, no great contempt. He looks at the stars and blinks. We have invented happiness, say the last men, and they blink. They have made the world small and safe. There is no more room for eagles. This is the abyss you are staring into when you choose to hide. The path of conformity doesn't lead to a peaceful meadow. It leads to the vacant, blinking stupor of the last man. You have seen the diagnosis. You have seen the cage. You feel its bars pressing against your soul every single day. The knowledge is not enough. A diagnosis is useless without a prescription. The decision you face is the most important of your life. You can continue your collaboration with the forces that want to shrink you. You can keep laying the bricks of your own prison, hoping that one day the herd will finally give you the gold star of approval you so desperately crave. Or You can begin the great and terrifying process of unhiding. You can declare war on the herd morality that lives inside your own head. This is not a war fought with fists, but with courage. It is the path of the Übermensch. It is your birthright. This is your wake-up call. Here is how you answer it. First, become a ruthless genealogist of your own values. This is Nietzsche's core practice. For every good and bad you believe, ask the forbidden question. Where did this value come from? Who benefits from me believing this? Does this value make me stronger, more alive, more creative? Or does it make me weaker, more timid, and more obedient? Question every should. Dissect every ought. Put your own morality on trial. If a value does not serve your assent, it is a poison you have been taught to call medicine. Discard it. Second, embrace what Nietzsche called sacred selfishness. You must reclaim the word selfish from the herd. Your devotion to your own highest potential is not a vice. It is your ultimate duty. To give your true gift to the world, you must first forge it. And that requires an intense, unapologetic focus on your own growth. This is not about hedonism or hurting others. It is about recognizing that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot illuminate the world with an unlit candle. Your sacred selfishness is the act of tending to your own flame. Third, actively seek what is difficult. Practice self-overcoming. The herd seeks comfort. You must seek resistance. Comfort makes you soft. Resistance makes you strong. A mountain is an obstacle that creates a climber. A difficult book is an obstacle that creates a thinker. A painful truth is an obstacle that creates a wiser soul. Stop avoiding friction. Seek it out. Do the thing that scares you. Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Choose the harder path. This is the only way to exercise your will to power and grow beyond your current limitations. Fourth, and most powerfully, create your own table of values. This is the ultimate act of rebellion and creation. Sit down, alone, with a piece of paper, and write down your law. What do you call good? Is it courage? Is it honesty? Is it creativity? Is it joy? Is it the relentless pursuit of truth? Define your own virtues, independent of what your family, your society, or the digital mob tells you. This table is your compass. It is your constitution. Live by this and you cease to be a sheep. You begin the process of becoming your own master. The world doesn't need another copy. It doesn't need another well-adjusted, harmless, compliant citizen. The world is choking on copies. What the world needs, what your own soul is screaming for, is your singularity, your strangeness, your dangerous ideas, the unique, unrepeatable miracle that you were born to be. The hiding is over. The slow suicide ends tonight. Answer the call that echoes from the deepest part of your being. Declare war on the smallness within you. Break the chains of goodness that have kept you weak. Stop asking for permission to be magnificent.